All right, hey guys, Coach Alex here. We're going to start a new series that we are coining as the Bill Nye series of exercise science. So what our goal is going to be is, like Bill Nye, we're going to take very complex scientific principles and try and explain them in a way that makes them easy to understand and helps you practically break through all of the jargon and noise that there is in the fitness and health industry out there. Okay. So today what we're going to go ahead and break down is the underwriting principle behind adaptation, or how you get fit, okay? And that principle is progressive overload, okay? Progressive overload. That is a very fancy way of saying that we need to impose a stress upon the body to get better, to get fitter, to create a response in the body that tells it to improve cardiovascularly if it's trying to run further or bike further, row further, whatever it is, or to put on muscle mass if we're subjecting the muscle or the body to a given amount of tension or stress, okay? So we need to progressively overload the body. We need to continue to impose upon the body greater and greater stresses if we want to see progress. Basically, you can't go in the gym and do the exact same thing every day, the same workout, same number of reps, same weights, in the same amount of time, and expect to get any better because you're not progressively overloading the body, okay? So now, why is this important? It's important because it relates to the relationship between fitness, F, and time, T. So now, a lot of us know that the more we train, or the longer we train, time, the fitter we get, assuming that we continue to train, and we don't take breaks and we don't get injured, all right, which are a lot of assumptions, okay? What we're going to see is that there's not a linear relationship between these two things. So it wouldn't be just this straight line, okay? That's not how it works. Otherwise, you'd be seeing some real athletic freaks in this world, because all we'd have to do is continue training and training and training, and we continue to get fit. What actually happens is that early on, you see amazing gains, and then as you train longer in your career, it gets harder and harder to make incremental gains in fitness, or whatever physical attribute you care about. So in year one, you could pretty much do anything if you go from doing nothing, and you will see improvements in fitness, okay? So regardless of what you choose to do, yoga, CrossFit, strength training, art program, whatever it is, okay? You're gonna see improvements because, if you're consistent, because you're imposing a stress upon your body that it didn't see before, all right? So you're gonna see this awesome improvement in strength in your first year, or early on in your training history, okay? Then what's gonna happen is, in later years, if you're still continuing to do this, progressively overload your body, all right, you're gonna see continued improvement, but it's not gonna be as big as it was in year one, all right? And if we extrapolate this out later and later, let's call this year 10, and this is year 9, we've got this tiny, tiny increase in fitness for a whole year's worth of training, okay? So, sad, boo-hoo. Why would we continue to train after we reach this year? Probably because we enjoy it, and because we like to be challenged with the weights every day, or we like to be challenged with our training every day, okay? If you make it 10 years and you're still training, chances are you're doing it for more than just the way that you look, or trying to improve yourself in the gym every single day. It's your lifestyle at that point. All right, but all that aside, why does any of this matter, okay? So it shouldn't matter, because it's gonna help you decide what exercise program is best for you, or it's gonna help you decide how to approach your training just holistically, all right? So when we're looking at what training program to follow, we know that we had better have this, progressive overload, if we're going to continue to ensure that we get better and better and better throughout our training career, or throughout our time training, right? Whatever that ends up being. If you want to get better at yoga, you better pick the yoga format that continues to challenge you every time, all right? If you're going to do CrossFit, you better pick the CrossFit gym that is going to force you to put more weight on the bar. It's going to force you to go faster, go harder, whatever it is. And what I would advocate for is, if you are going to find a place that's going to do that for you, I would advocate for finding a place that quantifies that, okay? So quantifies progressive overload in the sense that their programming forces you to do more on a week-over-week basis. Not necessarily all the time. We want to take periods away that we're allowing the body to recover, but in general, The programming should dictate that you are doing more reps every week, more sets every week, increasing the weight on the bar, making the movement more difficult, asking you to do the same amount of work in less time, doing any combination of those things to impose a greater stress on the body, because if that is not happening and you get past your first couple of years of easy beginner gains, okay, you're not going to see this, you're going to see this, okay? You're going to be stuck here at this point for a long, long time, okay? And that's because you're not necessarily quantifying those improvements in fitness, okay, or those improvements in progressive overload, making sure that you're progressively overloading the body, all right? So, to recap, if you're not seeing improvements, okay, it might be because you're not progressively overloading yourself, all right? Look at your programming and see, am I doing movements consistently enough to continue to stimulate the body to improve in those things? All right, and by consistent enough, I mean like you should be doing them weekly at least, okay? Are you increasing the amount of weights, the weight that you're lifting, the number of reps that you're doing, number of sets you're performing, okay? These things need to be increased over time. Now, how much we increase them over time is a matter for another post. But just know that if you're not ensuring that this is happening, you're basically throwing caution to the wind and guessing that you're going to increase your fitness. Okay? So again, thanks for the time today, guys. Hopefully that kind of breaks down how the body gets fit and the relationship between how fit you get and how long it takes to get that fit. If you have any questions, hit us up. We love to talk programming and to answer any questions that folks might have about it. Thanks for the time today, guys, and hope you have a great rest of your week.